Hello, greetings. I did a little quick live stream, say hi to everybody, and drink some chocolate milk. My nephew made this special ingredient, a bit of caramel. Swish around a little bit. In case you're wondering, I'm at my mom's house. Spent the afternoon with mom. I had an awesome lunch and awesome dinner. Yeah. See two people. Say hi. Say hi down there. Don't be a stranger. Larry Harvey, hi there. And Harvey 5, hey guys. Barry, hey man. Hey, how you guys doing? Ron Leland, hello. Yes. This laptop is a little slow and funky, so hopefully it won't lag out too much. I'm kind of low on resources till I get payday, So didn't really get to go out to Pigeon Forge today, but I thought, no, I'll go see if I can go up to my mom's. Thankfully, mom and my nephew were hanging out, so I came up to hang out with them. Hello, Ned. How's everybody today? I'm gonna have to get some more water here in a sec. It's like I'm out of beverage. I'm doing very good today. Wasn't sure how the day was going to plan out, but thankfully I got to come out and hang out with some family. My nephew's taking a nap right now, so he'll probably be in here. He'll probably be in here pretty soon. Who knows? So thankfully tomorrow I might have some resources to get out and do something, and thought I'd do this, and thought it would be nice to have a video that's not badly rendered like the last couple of them I've done. It is hot here, Harvey's. Yeah, hot and rainy in Ohio. I think we're expecting some maybe bits of rain down here tonight. It'll call for rain, and then the actual rain might last about like 10-15 minutes and roll away. Then the sun comes back out, shines, burns the water off the ground, makes it all humid again. It's very strange weather lately. It's my man in Ireland. How's Ireland doing? If I may talk about that, I don't know if I should. I'm sorry if that wasn't cool. Yeah, humid is the right word. Summertime's really hard for me because it is so humid. The air is just hot and thick. Ugh. I'm looking forward to fall already. Halloween. Ireland's awesome. Oh, I'd love to go out there, Cohen. Nice people there. That's good to hear. And lovely Guinness. Straight from the source. Not just imported, straight from the source. I love it. So Cohen, meet the folks from, this my NTL and vlogging family there. Got the Harveys from Ohio. Sorry, I don't really have a lot much interesting now, except putting a fisheye lens on the laptop camera there, so now I can do the Michael Jordan finger thing. We got some plans for the next mini golf. I think most of you already know, but it's one I've been wanting to do again for a long time. I hadn't been out there in about 2 years, and sometime this summer we'll be talking a special guest into coming with us on a Monday night, depending on his schedule. No points for guessing who. Kellyanne, hey man. Right now I'm at my mom's house. Didn't have much else to do, so I thought I'd come up here, hang out with my mom, my nephew, and have a little good family time. Kellyanne, I remember Kellyanne said he was on a trip from somewhere, and I can't remember where now. I got that window here somewhere. Did he come from the land of the ice and snow where the hot springs? I can't remember. How's it go? We come from the land of the ice and snow. Canada. I would love to visit Canada. Whoops. Am I still rolling? Sorry. Where the midnight sun, where the hot springs blow. Thank you, Kellyanne. You can lead a horse to water, but a zeppelin must be led. Oh, there was my nephew. Oh. Oh. I was thinking, what else is on my mind? Hello, Carol. Oh man. Yeah, Carol, I saw something about Oak Ridge that about the American Science Museum and Energy is relocating the building they've had since the 70s, and they're relocating to a new place. And I think they're having like a public meeting to discuss what the new building is going to be like. I'm kind of interested in that. We need Nightbot. Did I get stuck? Oh, maybe I did. Nightbot. Nightbot hates emojis. Yeah, I miss P's night streams, man. It's been what, 2 weeks now? Cohen, Nightbot deleted this message. Nightbot, the automatic mod. So maybe Friday or Sunday. Yeah, check it out, Carol. I know there's an event for it on Facebook. Let's see, Friday and Sunday. Yeah, sad thing about the Secret City Festival, Carol, is I didn't really get to stay around for the nighttime. I didn't have enough to stay for the concerts. I would have loved to, though. But the bands I saw in the afternoon, it was like that little high school cover band. I thought they were pretty cool. was my favorite part of that festival. So if you guys have seen like the last couple of vlogs I did, you notice like the rendering quality is kind of horrible. If I get a chance to re-edit those, re-render those into a proper size, then I'll keep the older versions, but put those on unlisted. I think it would be the best thing to do about those. I've looked into a trial version of one called Filmora, and I have to buy the license. Otherwise, there's a watermark that stays across the video. I'm not 100% happy with that. Other than that, it just looks like it works mechanically. It's about the same as Vegas, which I've used on the last couple of videos. If you're into such nitty-gritty details, I suppose you can always try and obtain a key for things. Fall on the doormat. Yeah, thanks for clearing that up, Cohen. Oh, man. Well. Yeah, my face is my face turning kind of red? Oh, well. Has anybody got any like questions, any suggestions for places I should go take a look at this summer? I'm up for ideas. I got a few ideas, some events and such, but summertime, this tall. Mark Fun Jones, yes. That's because you are looking through a fisheye. Andy from Chattanooga. Hey, Andy. Andy, if you don't mind me asking, which part of Chattanooga? I did live in Hickson for about 5 years in the 80s. Killing the chopsticks. This came from a bad translation of baguettes. At the foot of Lookout Mountain. Man, I really need to come back to Rock City, Andy. That's one of the things on my agenda this year. So the chopsticks stuck. Cohen, you know how bad I want to go to the Netherlands. Yeah, I definitely need to go back to Chattanooga sometime. Last couple of times I've been down there, I haven't really got to explore around very much. I'll definitely look up my old neighborhood and Rock City. That's usually my whole Chattanooga trip. Like even the last couple of times I've gone to Atlanta, I've just gone straight down 411, so I bypass Chattanooga, do a straight shot down to Georgia, which is a beautiful drive. I love doing that drive. I should, man. I really should. there's so many friends that I've met through YouTube, and so hard to keep up with everybody. Yeah, I drove by Old Car City, and um, that's the one across from Westman's, I think. I remember Adam stopping there. Because on the first trip I made, like I recognized the van and took a picture of Adam's autograph on the way back. But last time I drove by there, even that had been painted over. But I thought that was a really cool place. Yeah, Andy's Journeys. I believe that was Westman's. I didn't stop to eat there though. And Cohen, yes, I would definitely love to have a beer with you in the Netherlands. Whether it's on the way to or from Efteling, I'm not sure yet. But or into Efteling. Ooh, wonder if it runs like a regular theme park, where if you get a beer, it's about like buying a beer inside a theme park is about the same cost as buying a 12 pack at a grocery store. That's not my favorite deal. Grab a Dr. Pepper. Um, yeah, I remember seeing that joke around. Dr. Pepper, I'm okay with Dr. Pepper. Coca-Cola, I'm okay with Coca-Cola, but my preference is like citrus flavored drinks. Um, and particularly my favorite one right now is Sundrop. Mellow Yellow. Now, I was a big Mellow Yellow fan when I was a kid. Um, and I remember when Mellow Yellow was first brought out, it's basically Coca-Cola's answer to Mountain Dew. You got Brock to try Dr. Pepper. Awesome. Yeah, I'd imagine they're not easy to get out there. American drinks, and take into account that, of course, they're manufactured differently between America and England. That's right. Mountain Dew was invented in Tennessee. I believe it was first bottled in a factory in Knoxville, and the building is still there. And there's absolutely no hint of its former life. You'd think somebody would buy that and make the Mountain Dew Museum there. That would be a brilliant idea. Of course, it's in kind of a sketchy part of town, is the only problem with that. But it is on the way to the zoo. This is true, Andy's Journeys. It's still there. Oh, Colin, you got a video channel. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check that out later. Maybe I can do that now. Who knows? I'm not sure if opening a window knocks the camera off or not. Surge. Now, Mark, I have not tried Surge. Brushy Mountain Prison Tour. Yeah, the ones that Jacob go on. I know Jacob's been out there a few times with some groups. I think they charge like a pretty big amount of money though. And they have to have so many people to do those tours, Carol, and that's why I never get to go to those. Yep. I almost hate to admit another personal favorite drink of mine is citrus Full Throttle. Kind of hard to find Full Throttle nowadays. Seems like I go to a lot of stores, and when they run out of Full Throttle, they fill the space back up with NOS. There was another one I liked back in the 90s. It was called Citra, and I guess it only existed for about a year. That was a really good citrus drink. The main thing I remember about it, though, was my friend would always complain that when I drank it, my burps smelled horrible. Okay, so that's the ghost tour at Brushy Mountain. They just have a regular tour telling about it. That would be nice, Carol. Hmm. There is Squirt. Yeah, Squirt's also made by 7 Up, and it's usually next to the Sun Drops. Squirt is more of like grapefruit based, I believe. Hmm. Yeah, Coin, do you have any? Do you have any more videos on your channel? Oh, one video about coffee. Okay, now I see it. Kind of weird. I don't drink coffee. Keep it a secret. Yeah, we'll save that. Oh man, yeah, Cohen, man, from the photography I've seen from you, man, you do very well at it, I think. Yeah, totally. Yeah, even if you just make a slideshow of your train pictures and your island pictures that I've seen, man, you know, that's a good start. A Twitter account. Yeah, I've got Twitter and I don't really use it very much. A lot more fan of Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Yeah, me too, man. Which I like Instagram too. It's good for getting some quick pictures up, um, filling in the gaps between videos. Antiques in Motion. Hey there. Under 25s fleeing Facebook. Anybody remember MySpace? Yeah, Barry, you do. Oh, MySpace had its moments um, during the big hype. Man, every once in a while I can still look it up and log into it just to see what's changed. It is way different. Yeah, even Cohen used it. Wow. So it was international too. That's right. I think one of the biggest problems I remember with MySpace was when people put like custom GIF wallpapers and it would work on one type of computer, but if it was opened up in another system or another browser, it took like an hour. I think that was one of its biggest downfalls. Just got a new Facebook account. All right. To go along with your page, I take it. Netscape 1.0. Man, I was trying to remember. Was Netscape the one I used? Oh, it was so long ago. Oh yeah, the The good old modem song. First browser. I think it might have been my first browser too. Macintosh. Was that the one that had like a ship's steering wheel as a logo? If I remember that right. Oh yeah, thank you, Barry. Yeah, memories. Who would have thought we'd be talking about the old days of the internet? The 21st century. Get off the internet. I need to use the phone. I guess that's the equivalent of talking about or telephones, but before my time, when you talk to the operator, Pennsylvania 65,000, something like that. 10 kilobytes per second. And that was kind of all you needed back then, because even you had the floppy disks, and they were like what, 1 megabyte at best. Oh, and you could get a switch to pause and use the phone. Wow. Oh man, 5-inch floppy disks. Yeah. $1,200. Dang. I remember those early floppy disks. I think one of the first family computers we got was Commodore 64. And I remember some of the games on there were kind of fun. I bet there's a few emulators here and there. First computer, Apple II used, 2 5-inch floppies. Man. See, I remember both. I remember those 5-inch floppy disks, and then the 3-inch floppy disks. And I remember I was all excited buying a zip drive, which could hold 100 megabytes. And old school green and black screen. Oh, yes. We've come a long way. It always amazes me, when I was a kid, and we always talked, when Epcot was opening, and the 1982 World's Fair in Knoxville. Jump back in game. Hey, Kellyanne, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for chatting. First hard drive, 20 meg. Yeah, it always blows my mind a bit about. I hated Epcot. And I always thought the funny thing about Epcot is like you had the one side that was like, the future, and the other side was like the boring world showcase stuff. And to me now it's almost the other way around. The last time I went in the world showcase side, the futuristic half it's kind of like they don't even know what they're doing with it anymore. But you got to ride the big golf ball. Jake Paul, hey man. Oh, word spread, huh? Wow. Are we inside a tumble dryer? Quite possibly. 20,000. I do too. Andy's Journeys, man. Um, when you think about like how much maintenance that ride must have taken, but um, it was so worth it. And I think the first trip I made to Disney World after they had taken it out, and I just about freaked out because I remember it being directly across from Small World, and I just freaked out being, where's the leagues? Captain EO was really cool. The hydroponics from what's the name of the Earth Pavilion? I have not been down there in like I have not been to Disney World in about 10 years now. 10 viewers. Oh wow. The Land, yeah, it was. I think it was just called The Land. Is it still there? And 30. Wow. Um, it's changed so much and yet so little. 30 minutes. um, let's see. Yeah, Cohen. There are a couple people in our vlogging circle that live down in Central Florida, and they go there like very much on the regular. Hopefully, I'll get to meet up with them sometime. Jessica C, hello. Oh man, yeah, Soren. I remember they had just put that in the last time I went. So the line for it was the longest. So I did not get to do that one. I do remember that boat ride that went through the pavilion that showed off like all their gardens and I remember there was a little boat ride around like the inside of the Mexico pyramid. That was really cool. This turned into Disney World memories, but hey, that's a legit subject, yeah. The Rainbow Tunnel in the Imagination Pavilion, yeah. Yeah, I didn't. I believe they reinstated Figment into the ride the last time we were there, unless they took him out again. I swear somewhere I still have a Figment baseball cap. Horns, purple bill, the works. If I find that again, I will get a picture of that. Your brother had one. Cool. One thing I remember, I wish I could find a picture of something, but I think my sister had the Goofy hat. But yeah, it was the same. It was the same thing. It had the bill was about like twice as long. Yeah. Um, I seem to remember when I was a kid, we had one that was like a Donald Duck hat, white mesh crown, but the bill was like hollow rubber, and you could actually squeeze the bill, and it would squeak. So of course that one fell apart eventually. Pre-78, old school ears. Nice. I got the ears with the wizard hat from uh, Fantasia. I was almost going to say Suspiria. Walt Disney presents Suspiria. um, I got a glimpse of the preview for the Suspiria remake. Well, looks interesting. Fantasia is a good trip, though. Yeah, don't you kind of miss that era? Late 70s, early 80s. They would do stuff like, I think, Watcher in the Woods and Something Wicked This Way Comes. Of course, the science fiction classics, The Black Hole and Tron, of course. Fantasia 2K. It had some good moments. I like the jazz piece in it. Yeah, I bought the Blu-ray pack of that just for the Salvador Dali. Park in Germany called Phantasialand. Nah, Cohen, I think I've heard a little bit about that. I will definitely look into that a little more. Why is it kind of a cheesy rundown? Sometimes those are the best. I've heard about Blackpool in England too. That sounds pretty cool. um, there's another kind of small theme park down in Chattanooga called Lake Winnie. I've never been to it, and I almost want to go just for the little dark ride that they have. Of course, I'd have to ride it about 5 times in a row to make it worth the trip. Andy, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, good. You approve. Awesome. Freizeit Park. Sounds fun. Mike tried. Hello. The black hole ride where the tube spins and the floor drops. That sounds like my kind of fun. A little more than, like just any carnival ghost train, but not too elaborate. Just a good classic ghost train ride. I love those. I've told you all about the worst carnival dark ride I have ever seen was called Zombie Apocalypse, and this has been at the Tennessee Valley Fair for the last 3 years. The front of it is just crazy. It's like this giant fold out with all new graphics. Looks like straight out of Walking Dead. You get in the ride, there are exactly 2 things that work at all. One is a little skull in a box. The other one looks like a corpse in the corner, and there's not even a light to barely see it being there. The rest of it's just your car is just zigzagging through this dark corridor, spits you out. I got off of that, and I'm like, that is the worst dark ride I have ever seen. I'm going again. Pinned before the floor dropped. But I remember doing the zipper. That was the first and last time. I always kind of likened it to being to like a chainsaw. Yeah, I was never fond of those rides that just go round and round. No, I like a good roller coaster or a dark ride or a log flume. I love log flumes. I got 13 viewers. I mean, thanks everybody for tuning in. "24 hours? I don't think so, Cohen." uh, but thanks for asking. Oh, I feel like I should like tap on something or scratch something like. Yeah, I'm not going to be very good at that. Busch Gardens, Williamsburg Antiques. Man, nice. I haven't been up there for about 20 years. Yeah, Andy, I heard about that. Since I've never been to Lake Winnie, and I feel like I missed out on a good one. Um, I've seen pictures of the Wacky Factory, and that still looks pretty fun, though. Thank you, Ned. Thanks for tuning in. Here's the sandwich. What do you know about the sandwich, Jake Paul? That was like 4 hours ago. You missed it too, man. That was a good tomato. Oh, of course, man. Andy. I've seen some videos of it like before in current, and that's my favorite type of ride. Uh, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Yeah, Antiques. I remember going there. Um, when I was younger. I don't think there's a dark ride there anymore. I heard there was one called Dark Castle, but it's been closed down again. So I also remember going there when they had a coaster called Big Bad Wolf. It looked pretty cool. Drachenfire. I don't remember Drachenfire. Kind of sad, actually. My memory of Busch Gardens is a bit vague. I do remember seeing the Clydesdales, which are beautiful horses. Tomato, salt, and cheese sandwich, indeed, and a bit of mayonnaise. There's another sad fact. I remember. Sadly, it wasn't Duke's. Duke's is good. Oh yeah. Um, Another place I remember going as a young man, Opryland. Um, my memories are very, very vague of Opryland, and there was this ride there. Oh gosh, it was called Chaos. Basically, it was an indoor coaster and very, very unique design. It had something to do with like your track kind of coils up this middle chamber, and in the bottom and the top floor there was a projection of like a giant clock, and it was supposed to be timed so that like at a certain point your car stops coiling in around the middle room and down into a chute. And the other thing I heard about that is even with the technology at the time, even that was hit and miss. There's another one. There's supposedly a clone of it somewhere in Denmark. Andy, if you get a chance to look for a video of it. I forget the other one's name. But yeah, that sounded really cool, and I regret that I missed out on that. I really do wish there were more theme parks with more dark rides rather than roller coasters. But um, I guess that's only for coaster in the metal slide. I don't remember it, Andy. Um, like I said, my memories of Opryland are really vague. I do remember there was a roller coaster called Wabash Cannonball. That's the only thing I remember. Maybe Ghost Town in the Sky. Oh well, I'm waiting to see how that story pans out too. I've never been to Ghost Town. Um, if you ever watch that classic ad and kind of towards the end, there's a little girl dancing. Um, I know. Apparently, I know who that girl is. Didn't have rails. It was a metal chute, and the cars had wheels. Oh man. So was it kind of Andy? Was it kind of like a slide winder, a Dollywood? Ooh, water slide in the dark cone. That's awesome. Funny thing about the Dollywood slide winder, seems like it's always closed. Basically, it's a giant water slide. Oh, okay. Mike tried it as neither. It is a guy that a couple of us know, and he just uses that name to be himself. Well, not himself, but anyways. Topsy turvy ride. Oh, which one? Was it the Timber Tower? Yeah, Timber Tower. It was broke all the time. Um, there is a new attraction on that spot now. It's a drop tower. Um, but there were a few years in between where they basically just kind of padded everything over and made a picnic area out of it because the pizza um, restaurant was just across the pathway from it. That was a nice little Easter egg Adam and I found one time. Uh, Andy, did you get to experience the famous flooded mine? That's the ride I miss. Yeah, flooded mine was the dark ride with. It was a boat ride with the prisoners who were trying to escape. Yeah. Well, you've noticed a lot of my memories are fuzzy too. Speaking of water parks, Cohen, yeah, we've still got at least two water parks around this area. Of course, one of them is part of the Dollywood franchise. Um, the other one is an indoor water park, which I have not been to. It's hard to vlog at a water park. It's a real Jake Paul troll. English settlement. Hello. Yes. Oh well. Yeah, we got into the subject like memories of theme parks. I don't know. English, you got a theme park memory real quick? Yeah, thanks, English, you too. The Mighty Mouse at Portsmouth. Ooh, yeah. Sounds like um what's the name of that type of coaster? Wild Mouse? Sounds like it might have been a Wild Mouse. We'll look that up later. Is it still around? Chloe's mom? Hey, Chloe's mom. Oh, Carol's got a good story. Uh High above the seashore. Wow, English. That sounds pretty brilliant. No wonder you'd remember that. That sounds beautiful. Yeah, that's the way it goes with roller coasters. They're you'd think they'd last forever, but sadly no. Amber Nelson, hello. Like being on the edge of the world. That is awesome, English. Thank you. I've had some stories about one of the local parks in North Carolina called Ghost Town, and they had a roller coaster that was on the edge of a mountain, which I never got to experience that. And sadly, I don't think anybody will again. Mm. Oh, good. BTD had a surgery and did great. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Chris, Mom. I was wondering how that was going. Hmm. Haven't heard. Thinking I ought to kind of wrap things up. I don't know when the Jordans are going live. If they're going to go like 9 o'clock, the usual time, or what. Tell you what, I'll wrap this up here in about 5 minutes. Thanks again, everyone, for checking us in, checking in. Thank you so much. 40 years ago, the Mine Ride roller coaster at Cedar Point, Ohio hit 3Gs. I've heard good things about Cedar Point. Um, Cedar Point and Kings Island, those are two I've not been to, but of course, those are, mostly roller coasters, and you got to have at least one dark ride to get my attention. Um, yeah, that's the plan. Midnight in the Netherlands. Cohen, thank you so much for watching and chatting. Man, that's awesome. Much love across the globe. Yes. Thank you, Cohen. Man, take care. Yeah, Mike and Becca was plan is to go to Dollywood today. They said they were going to try to live stream from Dollywood. They just never said what time. And he's going to combine like vlogging and live stream from there. Um, kind of sad I was kind of a little low on resources, so I wasn't able to go myself. And tell you the truth, kind of better that way. I'm not good with hot days at Dollywood. In fact, I'm trying to hold out until maybe like the fall and go back. Especially if they do like the Halloween lights again this year, because I thought that was really cool last year, and they can only get better. Yeah, I hate the heat. Oh, me too. That's all I do, whine about it. Hmm. Yeah, plus you get June, July, and August. I always feel like they take forever to get through. I swear July is like 6 weeks long. Kind of looking forward to Tennessee Valley Fair this year too. Um, they got a lot of bands lined up. The main classic rock band lined up is 38 Special. Uh, Thin Jacket Weather. Mine too, Chloe's mom. I'm kind of insulated, so I don't even need the thin jacket. Just enough of a good breeze to keep things comfortable. Yeah, I agree with you there. Okay, so they changed plans to go on Friday. Okay. Definitely catch up with them on Monday. Uh, Kind of glad to say, like, for the mini golf Mondays, we've got a special guest. He'll be with us at some point. No telling when. Don't spoil it if you know. Yeah, antiques, you know who. That's what I like about the live stream here. I think it's 90% from the Adam and Jacob circle, and um, the other 10% from my moderator friends. Thank you very much, Jake. JQ Cobb. Oh, maybe I ruined it. Uh-oh. Well, if we ever get to see the Perkins again. Oh, that reminds me too. Um, you guys know about like July 20, I believe this is July 23rd, Saturday. We are doing a meetup in Pigeon Forge, vlogging. Well, really, any YouTube creators, um, and several of us locals will be there. Some of us will be meeting for the first time. I'm looking forward to that. So I got a feeling like a few of them might even stick around and do some mini golf on that night, because you know everybody's going to want to live stream at some point for that afternoon. Give us a hint already. All right. Well, been on here for an hour, and I think that's gonna be a wrap. And I'm going to call this. So everybody, chopsticks, thank you very much for joining the live stream, and we'll see you further on down the trail. Good night. The end stream button is not working. Can you see me? Oh no. Oh, that was awesome. Oh my gosh.